like all of us know. It's fairly big in India also, 15 million, 10 million, these are not small numbers. When we look at a social platform, one of the things we need to understand is what is the user's relationship with the social object. Yeah? And on Facebook, users are connecting and sharing with people, 400 million worldwide, 12.4 million in India. On LinkedIn, users are exchanging information, ideas, and opportunities, 2.5 million in India. On Twitter, users are sharing and discovering what's happening right now. And then Google has launched Buzz, which integrates social networking into the email experience. Now, if you look at these social networks, which all of us are really comfortable using, the next question is, how do brands use it? So brands are both building a presence on social networking platforms and building their own social. In both cases, they should think about what is it that they're really trying to do here? What is the social object around which they're building these communities? What social objects or their employees' relationship with these social objects? An approach which we like to follow is to build a focused community around a lifestyle, interest, or a cause, then scale it by leveraging existing social platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. One of the examples which we're working on right now is for Dell. It's Go Green Challenge. You build a community, you scale it by linking it to existing social platforms. There are various ways of looking at social platforms. And the way we like to look at it is not focus on the tools so much, but focus on what's really happening here. And what's really happening in social networking platforms or online communities or employee communities are 5 things. They're consumer-generated content, conversations, collaboration, community, and what I like to call collective intelligence. And as we go from consumer-generated content to collective intelligence, these dynamics, these core social dynamics become more invisible and more difficult to implement and leverage. Yeah. So let us have a quick look at how one company, Dell, is using it across these 5 dynamics, and then I'll go on to talk about how all your companies can use some of the same dynamics inside your organizations for employee communities. So we say these are the 5 reasons why business is social. Consumer-generated content, your employees, customers, partners are now thinking of themselves as authors, photographers, and filmmakers all rolled into one. And what do you do with that? How do you tap into the creativity? An example is Dell running this contest where they're asking customers to submit ideas on how to design, reuse, recycle gadgets to make them go green. People are also talking about you and responding to this content. Yeah? And there is value in listening to these conversations, participating in them. And Dell again does a fairly good job of it. They have a community for small businesses on Facebook, which they've structured as a resource, and fairly active community with 37,000 fans. They've also figured out a way to sell some computers through conversations. Their Dell outlet has 1.5 million followers and has resulted in sales of more than $6 million of refurbished computers. Then there's collaboration. How can we get people to work together and achieve things together? And we have found that when you have rich profiles and reputation systems, then people find it easy to work together. Dell has leveraged this in their customer support community, where instead of call centers answering customer support questions, customers answers each other's questions and call centers costs go down. And then finally you need to ask, how can I build a bigger community around a bigger social object? And Dell has been good at doing that too. They have a community called Dell Digital Nomad for people like me who can be living in 6 cities across 3 continents. And as long as we have a laptop and a phone with a data connection, we don't even notice where we are because all our friends are the same distance away from us on our Facebook activity streams. They've built a community called Take Your Own Path, which is a community for self-made entrepreneurs talking about. And finally, there's this idea of collective intelligence, that multiple people, when they come together, they come up with ideas which are more powerful than ideas we can come up individually. And they've leveraged it in an ideation platform called IdeaStorm, where they've got more than 10,000 ideas on what new kind of products to launch. They launched a Linux-based laptop based on these ideas. And internally, and here we segue into the employee community section of it, They have a platform called Employee Storm, both built on Salesforce platforms who are here as sponsors. And here again, they've got 80,000 employees sharing almost 5,000 ideas. And they found a nice way to connect the internal and the external here. So, decoding employee communities. There are multiple ways of doing these employee communities. The logic in the objective in all these communities is to take some of the same dynamics which are happening on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, the same dynamics which are happening in some of these, and leverage these 5 core social dynamics to achieve business objectives within the organization by connecting your employees. The objectives people are usually trying to solve are increasing productivity, building an open culture, connecting distributed teams. These are all problems several of you, I'm sure, face. And here are some examples of tools and companies which are doing. First, their external communities, and Microsoft does a good job at some of these. They have Jobs blog where they connect potential recruits with mentors, and Microspotting, which is basically here's some cool Microsoft employees doing some interesting things. That kind of a blog. If you go on to internal communities, then you see that there's a clear tension between focus on people and focus on documents. So on one hand, we have enterprise microblogging platforms like Yammer and Socialcast, which are very lightweight platforms. There, it's basically like Twitter from within the enterprise. Then you have full-featured community platforms like Jive, and I should have added Salesforce Chatter there. Collaboration platforms like SocialText, Synapse, CubeTree, Remindo, several of those now. And then there are basically document sharing platforms trying to become collaborative. SharePoint is a good example of that. And there's a tension between these two worlds, but these two worlds are increasingly coming together. So Yammer is a fairly popular, very actively used, simple microblogging platform. Think of it as basically Twitter for the enterprise. Twitter, for those of you who don't use Twitter, is a platform where you share simple status messages with the rest of the world and they can respond to those messages. So imagine your employees sharing simple status messages and responding to each other's status messages. Then there are other platforms which begin to add a little bit of functionality to this simple status messaging. Socialcast is basically designed to work with Microsoft technologies, Outlook and SharePoint connectors, and apart from the basic microblogging, they also have groups, activity streams, and more advanced features. Then there's Remindo, which connects project management with knowledge management, with collaboration. There is CubeTree, which has several lightweight features again. There is an Indian platform. I really like their platform. And then there is Jive, which is perhaps the big daddy here. Industry standard, full-featured community and enterprise collaboration platform. They have communities for employees, partners, customers. Very, very strong solution. And then here's a solution which we use and we recommend to our clients. SocialText. It's I think the right balance between the right cost and the right flexibility and the right ease of use. Fairly full-featured. Some examples of companies which are using the SocialText platform. Angel.com, which has IVR and call center solutions, has used this to build an extranet where they connect their partners, employees, customers who want to talk about IVR and call center technologies. Davies, which is a firm, has multiple offices, and they have connected these multiple offices through SocialText, so employees work together on national projects. Emergent Solutions is a consulting firm, and they have 65 consultants spread all over the place, and they use this platform to work on client projects and share knowledge with each other. Fona is a food flavor design and manufacturing company. So all the manufacturing companies here, if there are any, it works for you also. So they've used SocialText to run an intranet where employees collaborate on project management to serve their customers, where the whole catalog of flavors is available. Hospitals. So SocialText is also being used by the Hospital for Sick Children for capacity building amongst clinicians, hosting symposiums, and even collaboratively writing books. Publishing, McGraw-Hill uses SocialText for managing projects, inducting new recruits, and running reverse mentorship programs where young recruits mentor more established senior colleagues on using some of these new technologies. And finally, we use it fairly extensively at 2020 Social itself. Use it to work on client projects, internal knowledge sharing, and building capacity. The key in all these platforms, the key in all these use cases is that while I've given some social text examples, several of these other platforms which I mentioned, including platforms from Microsoft and Salesforce, are now making it very easy to do collaboration, to build internal employee communities at the right degree of complexity and scale as you want. If you want an easy solution, you have Yammer. If you have if you want a very complex solution, you can use social text, Salesforce Chatter. If you're a big Fortune 500 company, use Jive. So there's whichever kind of employees communities you want to build, and once you've started using it, you'll find that they have good, very strong impacts on productivity, working together in teams, in distributed teams, creating knowledge together. Do give it a try. Start with something like Yammer, but then do give a try to some of these platforms. Thank you.